Recently in No Man's Sky, I was engaged in one of my favorite pastime activities of flying through endless space while thinking about my own existence. You can actually travel between planets without even using your starship, and this got me leaking with curiosity. Could you build a base that connected between two planets? Now you're probably thinking, how? It sounds impossible. See, the main problem is that once you enter space, the build menu completely deactivates. But this restriction only applies to your character's position, not the build camera. Let me explain. When you're in the build mode, the free-floating camera can only go a certain distance from your character, but there's a simple workaround. By triggering an unintended decoupling, thereby desynchronizing, and by that I just mean double tapping the left analog stick, you can push the camera far beyond its intended range. Now, before trying anything crazy, I needed to know the limits. How far can the build camera travel from the player's position? Could it leave the planet entirely? I started by building upward and pushing the build camera farther and farther away, and that's when my first problem showed up. Once the camera gets too far, the game despawns whatever you're standing on, whether it's base parts, the terrain, and when this happens, your character falls, and the build camera snaps back, resetting everything. All that progress you made, just throw it right in the trash. After a lot of trial and error, I finally found a workaround, standing on my starship. This allowed the build camera to travel farther without collapsing the game underneath me. But even with that solved, distance became a real issue. So I went looking for two planets that were extremely close together. Not too close, the kind of closeness where they're dating, but they don't kiss on the lips yet. I landed, placed down a base computer, tickled a tater bug named Devin, and built a staircase as high as I could go. After laying down some tiles, I began the most difficult part of all, the double tap.
Triggering an unintended decoupling, thereby... I'm fine, totally fine right now.
Oop. Alright, so we know the limit is somewhere right here. Our starship. She's a beauty. We're gonna get on top of her. Be gentle. We're gonna start the hard part. This is where the joints of your finger goes to work. You really have to be good with your thumb. How close are we, by the way? Oh, hello. Please do not try this at home. This is very dangerous. I could get gout. My thumb could fall off. No! I went so far. Kill me. This was not easy, okay? One slip of the thumb tip and it was all over, like spilled wine on a white carpet. Becoming more and more intense, I had to remain focused. I wish I was lying when I told you, but it only got more difficult from here. Please do me a favor and put a like down, throw a comment. If not for me, do it for my thumb joint. It's on fire. We're actually like heading into the atmosphere of this planet. Oh, come on. What happened? What the fuck? I'm fine. Okay, dude, I'm about to punch this fucking... Put my head in the toilet. Me one sucky. Need to snort melatonin or something. Are you fucking kidding me? At this height, even my starship started despawning. So just to do a quick test, I built a small base exactly between the planets before I go balls to the wall, equipped with a terminus, a save beacon, and some drip, just in case this happened again for the 50th time. Now I flew up to check on the base, and it was gone. I even tried going through the terminus that I built. The results were mixed. Well, I can already tell that this doesn't look good. Okay, alright. Well, looks like we just have the terminus, and that's about it. What the hell? Can't activate the terminus. That's upsetting. We have the save beacon. It's just the symbol. Booty, 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 booty. What if I'll land all the way on the ground? What I'll do, I'll get out, do the stanky leg. It says it's over here. Right there. There it is. Okay. It's very upsetting. I'm very upset. This approach clearly was not reliable. I needed to change tactics if I seriously wanted to answer this question. Now, instead of fighting space, I wanted to remove it entirely from the equation. No Man's Sky has something called colliding planets. That's right, two planets that are physically overlapping. If building between planets was ever gonna work, this would give us a definitive answer. I portal jumped to a system that had these so-called colliding planets and headed straight for the crevice. It should be this planet. Yeah, there we go. Let's just head to one of them here. Oh, whoa, what just happened? Things are definitely getting weird. Did my ship just go under the ground? Whoa, hey. Things are really wacky. I am in the water. I'm not even doing anything. Let's just kind of land. See what happens here. What's going on? I don't think this is normal. I'm gonna tell you, I'm afraid to get out of my ship. Okay. Oh, saving in progress. The game is having trouble even saving. If I just... Okay, whoa. This is gonna be impossible. I didn't think this was gonna be such a Hasselhoff. Okay, all right. You know what I'm gonna do? Where's the terrain manipulator? Let's just go this way. All right, there's some water. I just want normal gravity. Is this at the surface or is that that's the ground? Okay, the ground is up. This is hell in a handbasket. We are literally shifting between planets right now. Holy mother of God. We're swimming sideways. I get that these planets are very close. I totally get it, and I'm not judging, but how do you even live here? Okay, so what's the plan? Let's just try to head right to where they touch. Right here. This is where they meet. I'm afraid to land because I'm sure it's going to be vertical. Verdi Town. Yeah, this is, let's get the hell out of here. I was not prepared for how insane the gravity was going to be. Thinking I would get different gravitational results, I found another pair of colliding planets to try this experiment. Now let's head up here. All right, we're heading right in the crack. Yeah, it's weird that they're not on the same day and night cycle. Right here. Oh no, we're getting the same problem. What, are you kidding me? I'm about to be attacked. Dude, these things are naughty. The hell did I just hit? Man, this is so bizarre. Oh, are we in a cave? We're in a cave now. We're just in a cave. Look at these mushrooms. I feel like I'm on mushrooms. Where'd the cave just go? Is that a worm? Chakahohima. All right, we got Chakahohimas up there. Still, even with this gravity nightmare, I pushed forward. It was time to find out, was it possible to build a base that crossed from one planet to another? We really are in no man's land right now. Oh, hello, sir. I'm curious, too, how the build menu is going to handle this when we get over to the other planet. Oh, that just answered our question. Here we are. No! That's a problem. There he is. We're going to stand on top of him. So this should allow us to not despawn when we get too far, especially when we're on a separate planet. Where is our base? Here it is. Why is it when we travel to the other planet in the build menu, our base disappears? Where the hell did it go? I think I'm lost. There's the base. Let's just kind of zoom out a little bit here. It seems like when we enter the other planet, the base just disappears. Oh, there we go. Okay, hold on. There we go. There we go. All right, we're heading towards the water here. So what we're going to have to do, are we under the terrain? Let's build shelter. It's a little in the water, and then we'll put some windows, put a little deck. Gotta have a chill sesh. Technically, we've built a base that spans 2 planets. We are now going to travel to the other dimension, which is another planet. Oh, I do see an end point. This is not good. Maybe it'll just... That was my fear. Okay, I don't know what just happened. I just want this to work so bad. The minute that other planet spawns, the very second, even if you can have 2 planets touching, literally touching tips, when you go from one planet to another, everything that's on that previous planet gets despawned. There could be a way around this. I have an idea. The moment I crossed the planetary boundary, the base despawned, making a seamless transition virtually impossible. But I wasn't done yet. What if I used 2 base computers, building another base on the adjacent planet and connecting them? 2 bases for the price of 1. Penetrating right into the planet. They don't care. So as you can see, there is if I could show you, there's a piece of the base that has survived what just occurred. Can I build a base? Oh, you get perfect. Damn right, claim that site. I don't think this is going to connect to what we're standing in. Can I not build? Oh no. This is actually the worst thing that could happen right now because the camera can't get out unless I delete this. I obviously can't connect this because this base doesn't know that this piece exists. It's like totally invisible until you place it. Even when I pick it up, it's invisible. The only other option, honestly, is to reload the game. All right, we're just gonna hope. Where the hell are we? Oh, great. Something that looks somewhat normal. Oh, there's the base. Let's head down. The minute the other planet spawns, we're gonna have to jump and... Now, let me just stand on this. Oh, okay. Where did that base computer go? Is it under the terrain? Look at this guy. You got a daddy? Give me that egg. It's a giant egg. When we enter over here, you can see where our... Yep. But then... I would like to land on top of that base computer. What? I know it's going to despawn some of this. Yeah, okay. There's our base computer from this planet. Let's see, there, and then there it is. Maybe what we could do, actually, hold on, I have an idea. Is that pretty straight? It does vanish, but you can see it, so it's there. Let me see if I can interact with that base computer. Okay, ready? Oh, I can't even interact with this? The only other thing we could do is grab it. Let's see if that works. All right, cool. Yeah, this will definitely be the answer. And we could just like place it right there. It's laying down. It's very tired. We can see where we tried to connect them. The boundary happens like right around here. Let's say we want to connect these right with a floor just to know where they are. We built like a whole platform here like that. Because see, it's there. We go over to the other planet and then we come over here. And it takes a minute. Let's see what happens. Maybe this will work. And start jumping. Okay, let's just build a bunch of these over this way because this is where the tunnel was. The other part of the... Oh, totally vanishes. I mean, the minute that you come over to an area where the other planet's going to get loaded in, it's gone. And even though this does come in, he actually is inside. Then it vanishes. Uh-oh. Now we're screwed. We're falling forever between planets. Even if you can get 2 separate bases on 2 separate planets to have a hallway that lines up, the problem you're going to have is it takes a second for one base to load in while the other base gets called out. And so within that moment, you're free falling. After all this, I still wasn't satisfied. I wanted to try one last time and really put this to rest. The next day, I went back to the same close planets, using the same method and exploit. But this time, I changed one thing. Instead of letting the game knock me into a free fall mid-climb, I started in free fall on purpose, basically taking my character up into space and then bringing him down while still in free fall and planting him on top of my ship. And then started pushing back the build camera. And after about 20 minutes of relentless double tapping, it finally worked. I reached the other planet, still in the build mode. So I built a small base, I placed a save beacon down, and then flew over to see if it survived. And it didn't. The base was gone. All that remained was the save beacon icon, not even the beacon itself. And that tells us everything, because even if you can technically build from one planet to another, the moment you return to your original planet, anything built outside of it stops existing. So no, you can't build a base between 2 planets. Not in any practical way. Maybe it would take up too many resources, maybe Sean is against it entirely. But hey, if Hello Games is watching... And if you're still watching, let me know in the comments. Do you wish we could build bases that connected between planets? If you enjoyed this video, check out my other videos, where I explore more No Man's Sky limits. That's it! This planet is smooth as a butt cheek. Come over here, Crater Tater.